I'm here with Spectator columnist Steve Milton. And Steve, Ticats traveled to Toronto on Saturday to play the Argos, and big winners last week. Hamilton was in Calgary, but still some questions about the defense. What do they got to do to stop Toronto?
Well, for one thing, Drew, of course, 1 week doesn't mean anything compared to the next week, unless you get on a roll. Very few teams have, and just BC right now is the only team on a roll. So I think you have to wipe the slate clean there and take a look at some of the strengths and weaknesses. And I think one of the things that Hamilton has to do here is contain Corey. Two things. The defense can be helped by the O. Maybe once they could score first. I think if they get up a touchdown or two, Toronto's going to be in big trouble because they can't use their number one strength on offense, and they'll admit it themselves, which is Corey Boyd, right off the top. First thing, you've got to stop him right away. And the second thing is you've got to keep Giles inside. Giles was talking a lot today about staying inside and getting rid of the ball quickly, but Jim Barker was a little more honest, saying you have to get him outside, put a lot more pressure on the secondary, make them cover longer. It's a better secondary now than it was 2 weeks ago, but it's still new. They're meshing together. So I think that's one of the deals. Keep Giles inside, and for sure, stop Boyd.
The other sort of running issue here is the...
and Boyd has, of course, been... trash talk isn't the right word, but you've been the one on that one. I mean, Boyd's basically guaranteeing 200 yards. What do you think?
Well, E.J. Kowali was talking about guaranteeing a win, and, talking to Ray Williams, linebacker for the Ticats, and Avon Coburn, I mean, it's pretty clear with those guys that they're not particularly happy with this trash talk. I mean, Jim Barker, coach of the Argos, tried to downplay it a little bit, but it's pretty clear that that the Ticats don't like it much, and they're going to use it as a motivating factor. And given the importance of this game, I think it was interesting that the Argos took this opportunity to sort of start, running their mouths a little bit, because it is a big game for them. I mean, it's a huge game.
Well, they have nothing if they lose this game. I mean, they really, they talk it fairly strong, and you never know what could happen, but really they lose this one, and everything's against them. It's not even just uphill. You'd be climbing straight uphill on a ladder. I don't mind it. I mean, I think it's good for the league. I always think it's good for the league. At least it gets it, especially in Toronto, gets you from page 8 to page 4 on the sports section. But I don't know, what does guarantee mean. If you're a team and you guarantee a win, then you can pay back the customer and say free tickets next game. What does a player do to guarantee? What's his penalty if they don't win? And I agree. I think it'll be some motivation, but motivation lasts only a few plays, and you don't need it to get going. It can help you get a little higher, and motivation tends to come from playing well already. So it'll only be motivation for Hamilton if they play well, like on the first couple of plays, and then if they build up some momentum, it helps the momentum. But other than that, it doesn't really help much.
Full game preview in Saturday's Spectator. Check out the Scratching Post blog for all your up-to-the-minute Ticat news. Reporting from the Argo practice facility in Mississauga, for Steve Milton, I'm Drew Edwards for the Hamilton Spectator.